and cruel.
All right, so if we are back, we are live, we are late to the matchup, but that is okay. We are jumping right on into this point, or into this map. We are going to start off with Biz, going into the first-person player view, running the support class, the BAR Storm, most likely. Looks like Wham, playing the side of the German Empire, gets picked by Los Peaches from out of nowhere. Pele and Merja are right by
Pele
for revive.
running medic. Yes, they're running medic and revive in the hell. Oh, yeah, I'll let you talk. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just I guess whenever I need something extra, or if I stop, I'll come and let it on for you. Tito with a bold move here, running assault. It's not really a class that we see Tito running often, guys. He's usually more of a medic and a support player. What do you think? What do you think is the motive behind this?
Tito, I think his major strategy for Tito for an assault because his major reflexes. Normally he runs support, but I don't think ammo's a issue here on this map.
Yeah. Going back into the main tabletop view, seeing if we can find maybe a scoreboard would be nice. Let's see if we can figure that out. That would be really awesome. There's the scoreboard.
If you go to third person view, yeah.
Third person, first person HUD on, player card on. We'll see. That should fix things up a little bit. Going back into the player view, joining back on with Tito. The German Empire capturing 3 of the 4 flags already. Hopping on with
Mafia going out of his mind right now.
Mafia going out of his mind. Joining back up with the medic class, one of the best medics on the Wham side here. Running into this blue gated off area. We seem to have a tank into this hallway. Mafia looking for a revive. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a medic on that other side over there. That would be Armed Force. Actually, a lot of medics over there. Seeing if I can find them. Looks like the medics are... Yeah. Ginge shutting down medic, but equally traded out by Already very quickly. Bisme is over there with the BAR, trying to hold that down. Yump in there with the corner, throwing some dynamite, but is also shut down by Already. Very, very good gunplay there on the side of Murder Mafia.
Cruel Intention and Wanker are going for the tank on their street side of E, and they are destroying it.
Wanker potentially in here with a huge flank. Sees more than one. Starts laying down, but Show Pump just hoses down Bisme and Wanker. Tough break. Wanker looking at more than he can chew there, taking a huge bite. I know he eats ass, but that play was a little bit of booty. Joining up with Yump. Yump switching to medic. Yump was rocking the assault class earlier. Also heading into this corridor of death, I have called it just now. Getting a nice revive on Gingeria. I'm not quite sure whether to call him Ginge or not.
Yump. Wanker and Tito in the tank. French tank.
We got Wanker and Tito. That is a good call, Racer. Thank you. Joining out with the Saint Chamon tank, headed over to the E objective. Hey, Crippled, how are you doing, my friend?
Been a while, Crippled, and nice to see you.
2-piece Chico. Ha ha. Like it.
Chico with a nice 2-piece on the side. Chico known for
on E.
Chico known for his crazy flanks. Nick, you can't see. Is everything fixed now? I think it should be. Tell me if you can't see.
On stream, everything is fine.
On the stream, everything's fine?
Point out.
Yeah, by the looks of things, I'm the stream push checker, by the way.
And Wanker hops out of Tito's tank. And
so going in here with a bit of the free cam. This seems to be definitely be the point of contention. We got Coop and Dazupin taking a lot of fire, trying to hold down this alleyway. What we're seeing is Wham here on the right and Murder Mafia here on the left, trying to take a hold of this objective. But I think Wham has the advantage in this situation, guys. They definitely have the height advantage. You see Yump, Cruel Intentions, and Merja up there on that balcony, really just trying to cold them off.
In a tank fight against another Saint Chamage tank on the east side, and Wanker is repairing them, jumping out, repairing at the moment.
So where we see this tank battle over here, Wham, Tito, Pele, Yump, all going on this flank here, trying to take control of this outer alleyway. Tito getting some kills. This tank is very,
This tank
very
is
weak.
almost on.
Oh, I
There
think,
it goes.
gentlemen, I think that was an attempt at the bird, the dove explosion. Not quite sure what to call that there.
I believe the tank is still alive, gentlemen.
This one of a great play by the side of Wham here. Tito and Wanker doing an old 1-2 punch, or I guess a 1-2 MC Hammer time Wanker, we like to call him, as they push up to the final objectives here. See, the way that Frontlines works is that you capture all the previous objectives up to that point, and then once all those objectives are captured, you go, and it basically turns into the rush game mode. You are tasked to destroy two different objectives. We see Jeeper trying to rush in and do some work here. Gets 1 kill on Pele, looking for more. Gets shut down. Oh, no! Merja choking there. Choking the shot.
Oh.
But
I would like to point out-
Chico coming in with a gas grenade. Go ahead there, Bully.
Merged up until that point was running 12-1. 12 kills, 1 death.
Oh
Nice
my
job,
goodness.
Merger. Nice job.
Nice job.
La Mafia going nuts.
Mafia's going nuts again. We're trying to find him on the map here.
He just got killed.
Having a hard time. Tito still in that tank, and Wanker still doing business on the outside, trying to heal him. We're going to go into a little bit of a director mode here.
If you notice what they did there, they went in the St. Chamage tank, and they called the birds in over top of the objective B to kill all the
Wow,
enemies.
that's a great play. I did not notice that. So we're joining up here with Aretti, and actually we're going to swap over to Herman with an AT gun, trying to get some damage on that tank. Tito trying to pull back and find him. Wanker putting out damage, taking out the assailant. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Wanker, that was Bisme.
A revive. We're coming in for a revive.
Now this is going to be the hardest objective to take, because this is the last one. Everybody is going to be staying together.
Wow, Coop just went crazy.
Coop just getting eliminated by Time Forest. Coop getting, what, 1, 2, 3 kills at the time?
At least 3 kills.
Oh, and Mafia Negra just getting his skull crushed in by Time Forest. Not a pretty sight. Murder Mafia taking very, very close care. We're going to try to switch to the third person here. Pele 10-4. Maybe
I've Ginge at 19-11. Yep. Wow. It's Honey on the opposing team 29-11, and he is using the Parabellum.
we got the Parabellum, a definite laser hose. One of my favorite weapons in the game. Merja with a nice pick on Dante outside the objective. Wham swarming on one side of the objective, but we have Jeeper down there trying to find Jeeper. Los Peaches, no, not the tripe person.
Oh my! Deji with a 5-piece.
Deji with... And it looks like Wham has armed this objective. Murder Mafia trying to swarm outside, but unfortunately they're at a position where... Oh,
I believe they blew up our tank in the back. Oh no, it's still there.
The tank is still up? Well, Wanker just got hosed down by a Hellregal. We see Tito in the thick of it.
Tank coming in right now. So
Merja running
on the left side.
Light tank coming in. Merja running around like a madman, getting revives. Revive 1 on Yump. 2 people on A. Looks like it's not going to be enough. The tank is trying to force in, but that is going to be a victory in map 1 for Wham.
Nice job, Wham, and nice job, Murder Mafia, I think I want to say.
Murder Mafia? Yeah, Murder Mafia held out very well there for a long time. Definitely not an easy task when Chico, and especially Tito, I think that was really the turning point of this first section. Was Wanker and Tito controlling the right side of the map as everybody could have gone through the middle, and keeping the tank alive. Which I was trying to talk about in the first iteration of the broadcast. This isn't exactly, as we see the scores here, this isn't exactly the usual game settings that you would have for a match like this. Usually it would be Dom. Frontlines is also a competitive Battlefield game mode, but Just a few things that are off. Aim assist is off for this match. That's one thing. But also tanks are enabled since it is front lines instead of domination. And I believe... Go ahead.
Can I please cut you off for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you look at the scoreboard right now, you got La Mafia Negro with 25 and 6. Okay.
Looking strong.
Now, granted, don't forget he was a medic the whole time. Also, that is incredible. That is clutch. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, Mafia Negra just decimating the side of Murder Mafia, getting some key revives there as well. But as I was saying, and the last thing that were off, spotting, or I don't know, I think spotting flares, did they decide that spotting flares were allowed, or were they not allowed, gentlemen?
Spotting flares were allowed. The only thing that wasn't allowed are shotguns and automaticos.
Okay.
We use gas, but we decided not to use it as much, to spam it on Wham side. I can't talk for the other side, but
well, we are loading into map 2 as I struggle around my dorm room trying to find my charger, like Bully is trying to find his next sip of alcohol. Isn't that right?
I'm going right now. I'm not finding. I found.
Yeah.
Hey, I would point out though, I don't think I might have seen one spotting flares. I do not think I haven't seen at least a handful, not even a handful. I haven't seen. It's been good. It's just been shooter on shooter, fast paced, honest, head to head.
Honestly, opinion here on this, spotting flares only does help for your supporting cast.
Yeah, see, Murder Mafia is more made up of snipers than it is of infantry players, snipers and tanks, tank drivers. So it was really kind of one of the deciding things is how would they fulfill regular infantry duties, since most of them are snipers, and as far as the first map is concerned, I think not so well. So I think, and especially this map is going to tell a lot because there are no tanks on this map. It's going to be very infantry based, lots of long range engagements, especially along the C flag there, and that's the flag that we'll be going to first. But then a lot of I guess control zones or death zones, right? You got the right flank of C down.
Flanks are big, are real important on this map.
Very important.
You have.
If you go down the middle, you're gonna get shot from both sides.
We have house here, camera 3. This is one of the major flanks of the map, going around the left side. One of Wham's favorite sides, especially when playing the operations game mode, just because I think there's a lot more. I guess I don't want to say cover because obviously this Argonne Forest map is just littered with cover. You can, there is no lack thereof. But I think it just offers just a little bit more comfort since this map just really gives you that sense of anxiety. Don't you guys think?
I agree.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Oh yes.
I also like to point out that I have been noticing in prior games to this. Just in general, overall fun maps. A lot of people are starting to use the Parabellum and laying by rocks prone.
Who is this?
Just dominating. They're using Parabellum and just laying prone in the major spots.
This is Wham, correct? We're talking about Wham here.
No. In general.
Oh, just in general, the overall feel. Okay.
Yeah, overall that I've been noticing in operations and domination. They've just been hiding by rocks and.
Especially in Oregon, people are taking advantage of the cover because it is that situation where the cover's there, but it's not at the same time. You have a lot of open space, you got a lot of ground to cover, but if you choose, to run smart, the cover is there, but you have to have that mindset of using what's around you, which is just, a little bit of hill, a little bit of foliage and stuff that makes it hard to use to take cover. But if you're sharp and you keep your mind about you, it's there.
And also,
that Parabellum, man, 900 rounds a minute, boy. That thing sprays some.
It can dig you down very, very quickly. Mm-hmm. About as fast as Chico is downing beers, I imagine, right about now.
Yeah. And him going, oh my God, I can't. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. So I'd like to, if any of the Murder Mafia members are in the stream right now, thank you all so much for playing with us and having a good time as this match is starting up right now. We are hopping on with Chico to begin the match, heading straight to the C objective using his very, very trusty Fedorov Aftermath.
Chico pointing out and throwing a gas grenade straight down the bridge. I'll switch to somebody else, and you can take Chico over. How about that?
So, oh, Chico, unfortunately, running into Hernan, who gets he sprays him down rather with a factory, but already a quick revive. I think that's one of the better qualities of the WAM side. Chico with a quick 2 before he gets bursted down again. Smoke grenades and gas grenades seeming to be the optimum strategy trying to take this first point.
Ginge got gas grenades and...
Oh, and Biz gets taken down by Los Peaches, just running around with the ever so trusty M1911, and it looks like Murder Mafia is taking control of this point to begin this map. Los Peaches rocking the
The Murder Mafia is actually sniping underneath the bridge. They're using sniper rifles pretty effective.
I would personally not have used sniper rifles on this map at all.
Exactly, but I'm watching Los Peaches, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he's breaking out the SMLE marksman, the old trusty. I think that's probably the name of his class, guys. Don't you think? It's just the old-fashioned, old trusty, just a SMLE marksman and N1911. Hopping on closer to the action here, we got the Mafia Negra getting hosed down by a Fedorov Aftermath. They seem to be controlling under the bridge very well, but WAM desperately trying to take over. What do you guys think of this class? This is a bizarre class.
WAM is definitely not on top right now. It seems Murder Mafia is definitely taking over.
But just as you say that, it looks like WAM is starting to take over things. Just a whole bunch of Murder Mafia dropping at once. And I want you guys to switch with me to Bisme right here. Taking a look at his class, the Lewis Gun Suppressive. Quite frankly, not one that I would use, but
it's definitely Old Faithful.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that works out.
My only, I'm curious about his optic selection. He's running a scope, you know, in the tight quarters, the speed. I'm curious why he chose to use something with a zoom.
Suppressive and not on a lightweight. Maybe I agree with you.
Exactly. But he is taking some longer shots.
You have Chico going right up the hill, engaging, and he just got eat with a Hellregal.
And it seems to be just a stalemate. I mean, we knew that this point going in was going to be a hard one to take because obviously there's the verticality of the bridge. There's everybody on top, and then there's everybody below. And I'm not quite... normally in operations, you can only take the map or take the point when you're on top of the bridge. I'm not quite sure how it is in front lines, if you can take it from the above or the below. But
I would like to point something out here.
Sure, go ahead.
If you notice, the WAM team is not playing their normal strategy. They're all going straight down the tracks on the top. Normally they would be doing a flank on the right or the left.
Yeah, that's a good point here.
You're witnessing that.
Well, just as we're saying that, I think we're seeing cruel intentions going around for a flank. Watching his teammate get sprayed down, running what appears to be a BAR Storm with the AA sights. I think getting a quick kill with the grenade, shooting down another frag launcher nade down that way, hopefully to cover that flank.
Laying prone on the top of the bridge with his Lewis Gun Suppressive on site, ready for him to come. Maybe that was the plan of attack there for him.
It just looks like everybody going around him. Go ahead, Bully.
This is a hard map. You know, everybody knows this is, like I said, it's a lot of open space, a lot of field of view. You got a lot of angles. You know, you got to use what you can got. It's real fast paced. It's in your face. It's more reaction time than anything.
I actually have a flank from behind from WAM on the bridge.
Yeah, it looks like Tito and La Mafia Negra, I think, coming around. Tito with the ever so trusty shot, and the Obrecht pistol misses the Obrecht shot. Coming back with it, he tagged one, gets hosed down by Jeeper. Unfortunately, couldn't get that Obrecht kill. That would have been absolutely crucial for WAM trying to regain control of this first point. Hopping back on now with Show Pump. Speaking of unusual classes, we talked about Bisme with the Lewis Gun Suppressive as Pump gets whacked by Pele there. Pele, an awesome sniper. Curious to see him running medic. Curious to see that, but
Bisme switched to the the bar. I thought I seen.
Bisme is okay. You switched to the BR, so I guess he's going off of that initial strategy of just trying to hose down somebody. whoever that somebody might be.
On the bar also. I have Deja using the bar also.
So I think that's generally the strategy that's been concocted by both teams, is going for quick DPS, very at medium ranges instead of hoping for large suppressive fire. So going, as we see Yump here below the bridge, going back to what Showpump around, he was running the Parabellum, as you had pointed out earlier, Racer, but he was running the suppressive version with the sight, which is incredibly difficult to use. Yump trying to snag a dynamite kill here under the bridge, as Wham is seemingly to take control.
The bridge, it looks like. Yes, I think Wham is taking over C right now. There are a lot of guys underneath, and they're pushing their way to the top part.
Looks like we have Dante of Murder Mafia over the top, trying to look for players below the map. Runs into one right in front of him, gets the kill. Looking for more, gets killed by La Mafia Negra, ever so trusty with that aftermath trench.
And there we go. The first objective's already been taken.
So the first
actually, I'd like to point out real quick before you, Hernan on Murder Mafia is running a Hell Regal. 22-5, gentlemen.
22-5. So Hernan, well, that would be this side. Let's hop on with him if we can. It looks like, oh, he has just died, unfortunately. So as soon as he respawns, we will join back up with him.
For this type of gameplay, the Hell Regal, it's a go-to. A lot of firepower. You know, it's hard
I'd just like to point out again, like we said earlier, no shotguns and automaticals are permitted. So that definitely takes a the edge off some of the players.
Look at Wanker with this nasty hedge glitch trying to take out a kill. Trades with Noble Shrek. Nice name, Noble Shrek. I like that. But trying to hold down that.
With a Hell Regal.
Yum is 15. So I guess since the Automatico and the shotguns have been taken out of this match, which I think automatically would make these teams a little bit more aggressive than they have been. Coopin picking up a kill on Hernan, or excuse me, Los Beaches there. We're going to hop on with a gentleman who is in the thick of it. Oh, too many targets to count as he gets taken out by Cruel Intentions. We're going to hop on with Bisme again, who has, as you said earlier, switched on to the BAR, not sure which variant, and the crossbow launcher. Smoke coming into play here.
Chico getting crazy hit with a grenade. 20-7 now with a Fedorov as playing medic and the auto reviver.
One sexy skin for one sexy man. Rushing down now through this objective. Now it looks like Wham has finally kind of caught their bearings. They were struggling to take that first point earlier, and now they are pushing the final capture point before the armed objectives, guys. So what do you think is
gas getting thrown from next objective? We got Hell Regal with Yump at 18-5, but Wham is stuck in the trench, can't get out of the gas. They're waiting for the flank from behind.
Some nice team play going on. Deji's behind Pele, Yump, and a couple other Wham guys bouncing smoke grenade off the rocks, resupplying. The
bunker
doing really
at
well.
A is locked. They are locking the doors at A on.
Yump! Oh no, that was Ginge. Ginge taking a play out of Yumpy's playbook, throwing around some dynamite, but Jeeper and Murder Mafia shut that one down completely, as Jeeper gets a kill on Merja but can't take down Pele, who's hiding behind a barrel in the corner. Pele getting taken down as well afterwards. So Dante down here in the main bunker area, one of the hardest objectives to take in any game mode that you play on this map.
And we have Biz and Wanker and
we got Deji with a three-piece.
Oh, Bisme
3 taking A.
We got Dante with a dynamite kill there.
Yeah, Dante just trying to hold down this door as somebody's rushing in. Wow.
Quad wipe by Dante again.
Wow. Dynamite also coming into play. Not something that I thought would be into play in this match is Dynamite. No. And
you have to remember, gentlemen, that the artillery shells in the bunker are main play in the very beginning. You get one grenade on them, that whole thing goes up in disaster.
And it looks like Wham, lots of gas, lots of smoke. Hard to see what's going on, but from what I can tell, Wham has taken control of the most central point of this bunker. Looks like Mafia is trying to hold down, or Mafia Negra, I should say, not Murder Mafia, getting a revive on Wenker. They're just trying to hold down that flank down to that left, that under area, which can prove to be a very easy flank if you're not careful. So, gentlemen, what do you think? What do you think the most important aspect of this map has been so far?
Obviously, it's not controlling the flanks. I don't see anybody really flanking. Yeah, they're just going right through the middle.
Yeah, see, that we talked a lot about how, especially Chico is just the flank master, going from section to section, almost kind of seamlessly.
Off the map almost, and then come back in.
We got Tito running one right now. We got it running.
All right, let's switch over.
Tito, Chico, and Ginge running one backside.
Yes, they are.
Good call on that.
Good call. And I point out Tito is 1911, and Tito is also running support with El Regal. Yep. Another. Oh, he just got mowed down.
Oh, Tito, I am so sorry. My condolences to you and your family. You just got messed with. Okay, so break it. So Wham has pushed the objective now to the rush points. It looks like A has already been set here.
Yep.
Hopping back on with Chico.
I've counted everybody on Wham. I see 3 Hell Regals, 2 bars, and everybody else is running medic on the Federal.
Tito with another. Tito's got a 2-piece rolling.
Now it looks like both objectives now have been armed, as time is really of the essence for Murdy Mafia. Brown Exorcist getting mowed down by Chico with an amazing power position. And it looks like the first objective A has been destroyed.
Hernan on Murder Mafia went ballistic
just
there again, like the last minute. So
yeah,
he just got Bill and 7 with Hell Regal.
Noble Shrek. I'm not quite. This looks to be a. What is that? What was it? What is this weapon? Is this was that the Mondragon? Does not matter. Second map goes to Wham as well as the first, and it's a best of 3, but I'm sure these guys are going to give the third map anyways. We're going to play around the third map, so that would be just a victory in this metaphor. And I mean, it is not a metaphorical scrim. It's a legitimate scrim. Oh well, Chico is leaving the server. Is that game over?
I think Chico will take more advantage of the Bubble XP, to be honest with you. I think he was more inclined for that earlier today. As you can see, I think all the teams are even. We do have a full squad of Wham and a full squad of Murder Mafia. Nobody besides nothing, so it was pretty much clan on clan.
I remember talking earlier that Chico might have had to go. We might see a substitution here. Chico for Death by Jib. Death by Jib, another outstanding Wham member. Just looking at the scores here, just Yump and Chico. Look at those scores at top. 27-8 and 25-8 respectively. Just doing work. And you're right, Hernan was putting in work as well. Some nice 3 pieces, especially at the very beginning of the map, controlling the bridge area. Very, very impressive for Murder Mafia.
The very beginning was a very strong point for Murder Mafia.
Oh,
they could have got that little more luck off of that. They definitely would have pushed them back. And you know,
all that changed, if you see, Wham just kind of calmed down, got their bearings, started running tight. Everything started flowing really smooth. Probably a little bit more communication. And I seen a lot of guys. I don't know if y'all seen, but Murder Mafia is using a lot of gas, a lot of smoke, a lot of dynamite, a lot of hand grenades.
Strategy also. It seemed they changed their strategy halfway through.
Wham's using a lot of projectiles too, a lot of smoke, a lot of rifle grenades, a lot of...
Well, like you said earlier, they were more of a sniper clan, and like you're saying, but then they all started switching to more of support.
Yeah. So all right, so... Gentlemen, it was a best of 3, and Wham did take both maps. So as we're just sitting here, just taking everything in, I guess we'll move in kind of just like a post game. Yeah. I think everybody there was nobody that was really dominating the game, but there was definitely players that were I guess
on top of their game.
Yeah, I guess controlling the map a little bit better. Obviously, I think one of the highlights for Murray Mafia was Hernan, especially in that last bat. It really just put up such a strong fight at that bridge point, running around with a Hell Regal.
I do want to point out though, the first map was Tito and Wanker was the dominating force on that, along with the Mafia with the revives and the
but it's everybody. Merja was popping some serious numbers.
That tank was key, I believe.
I think it was it's just a lot of good team play. It's just a lot, but on both sides, I'm I'm actually impressed with Murder Mafia.
I agree with you.
If they're predominantly a scout-based team where they do a lot of long shots, it was
quite obvious I was the superior player in that scrim, to be honest. And I'm just gonna.
I did like your revive, Waker. I did like your repairs on the tank.
Yeah,
I was a repairman. I guess if snob left and right, he about squirted all over me. Tito did, but. Thankfully,
I did want to also point out, real quick, serious note here, the last game. If you notice the scores on the last game, the last place player on Lamb had 5,000, and the first place player on Murder Inc. was 5,000. That just showed the score point. You know what I mean? The score difference.
Well, that comes from a lot of team play, a lot of communication.
Yeah, so going back to what you were saying, Bully, I completely agree. For somebody that wanted to play Wham, which, as we said in the first broadcast, of which I had to stop for technical difficulties, Wham is a top 5 PlayStation clan, top 5 USA PlayStation clan on Battlefield 1. And they were Murder Mafia asked to play these guys, knowing what they were getting into. I think you were getting a lot of good players, and I think really
just to prove their point. They wanted to prove themselves.
They wanted to. I think they want. Yeah, I think they wanted to prove that they can hang, especially when a lot of the members are snipers. They're scouts.
Yeah.
And I was really interested.
They definitely earned your respect. They definitely earned respect.
I think they did, exactly. I think they did. I don't think they should be ashamed or, of anything.
They definitely didn't get ran over. They definitely definitely held their own for
they definitely held their own. They did really well. They did really well.
I respect everything for Murder Mafia. I respect their gameplay. I respect the classiness of the two clans also. No teabagging, no
especially from Chico, which I know that Chico probably it took a lot for him to not teabag.
And Wanker, Wanker too. We got to give Wanker some credit there.
Yeah, so I wish unfortunately that we had saw the start of the first map, because when I was able to join in, it looked like Wham had already run away with that game.
I've actually have that on my share play actually, and I recorded a whole hour of it.
Okay.
I think like you said earlier, Murder Mafia they're a long distance team. They're the long shot. I think the first map was a little adjustment, but they showed their skill. I mean, you got to take that into consideration. If you're talking guys who are taking 75 to 200 meter shots 90% of the time. And it's a slower paced game when you're playing that. It's still hard and it's still strategic, but they showed up. They did really well. I mean, can you imagine doing that? And scout 90% of the time, and then
on an operation mode or on a conquest mode, it would.
Yeah, and you hop in a game that's going 100 miles an hour with just real tight quarters, really fast pace, a lot of smoke, a lot of in your face. I think they did really well. I think they should be proud of themselves.
Yeah,
I think we give them an applause here, guys.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. Yeah, so just questions, just looking forward.
I'm going to throw the cat right now. I'm going to throw this to Catalyst now, let him take over here.
All right, so
broadcast.
Just looking ahead, because Frontlines, as we said, is a game mode that is a competitive Battlefield game mode. Very, very good. But Domination is really where it's at. Domination is a lot more tactical, I think. It's got a lot more flanking and strategy to it. First question is, if this were Dom, would the result have changed?
No.
Just straight no?
Dom, would it have changed? No. I would think,
it'd be the
honestly,
same.
and I'm not
really
throwing
close.
down Murder Mafia, I think Wham would have really controlled the map because of prominent gameplay against other clans on Dom. And that's more communications and short range.
I'm with you there, but I was just thinking about how Mafia would have their snipers out and would have the ability to control some of the longer lanes in the map. So that's a very interesting.
What map do you think?
Oh, I think definitely Amiens would make a reappearance, and I think Sir Quentin Scar would also make it. Suez would also be a nice map. That's one of that I was hoping to see. So that would have been an interesting dynamic, I think, if these two were to rematch up next time and play Domination. But also looking forward to Sunday. Sunday also, Wham is facing Vicious Shooters, who are also a very good clan. I think they're top 10 at least. I'm not quite sure what exactly they are, but that will be Domination. I kind of want to preview that a little bit, even though we are not sure that the roster that Vicious Shooters is going to hash out. It's going to be 5-on-5 Domination, and from what I can tell, at least on the Wham side, the roster is going to be Chico, Yump, Tito, and probably, I think Biz would probably play in that as well.
I think I heard Biz or Jizz might actually play too. I don't know for sure. I might have heard something about Jizz.
I was very impressed with Merja tonight.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Team play and Deji. Deji really. I watched Deji for probably a good solid 3 minutes that last map, and just the. Here's the thing.
It really shows the line of gameplay. Really shows
and the team play, because all these guys, y'all know, are more of
top tier players.
Leadership.
They're all top tier players to begin with.
Yeah. But the ability to go from a upfront man, a leadership role, to more of a supportive task of just laying down, putting on the gas mask, throwing out ammo, throwing out smoke.
That is? That's called ego. That shows that they're not.
Mm-hmm. There's no selfishness. It was all supportive.
Exactly.
It was
that
nice.
was a very good assumption there.
And just a wrapping up point. As I said, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing this again. It's a lot of fun. But we'll be watching Wham. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed to me already, or Legendary Inc. So it'd be very appreciated. So that's going to be Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and I look forward to doing that game as well. If I'm not playing it, and I might be called to play in it. But looking forward to that. That's going to be probably and this is not to knock Murder Mafia, but that's going to be probably a tighter matchup, considering that
a more intense. More
having played, my experience of having played against Vicious Shooters in the past. So that's going to be very interesting. Just a quick shout out to the general of Wham, Tito. Really, he's such a fantastic player. We all know this, but I was just really impressed that the first map, he found, we hate to keep rubbing in this point, but he found himself in a tank. Of all these things.
I've never seen him in a tank before, actually.
So, that's a big deal, though. To take that. You know what?
That's a big deal, though.
Say one thing.
Just take it up the ass.
Yeah, but you know what impressed me about Tito? And this isn't anything.
Cool, calm, and collective.
Yes, nothing really huge standout, but just a really supportive team player the whole way through. There was no high points and low points, no valleys, no plateaus. It was just even keel the whole way through, and he was just really
But that's how he is on a personal level. Also, if you notice, that's how he is with anybody in any situation. Even with Chico. He helps out so much, and it will give you any help you need.
So I think that should wrap it up. There's no need to keep beating a dead horse and keep talking about what we can rewatch and see. So good game to both platoons, and I know Chico is hoping that I shut my mouth and so I can hurry up and post this so we all can watch it over again. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Thank you all, Bully, for your help. I know you were very nervous about this, but you did great. Because even just to have 3 eyes, just calling things to attention, stuff that I can't see, because I know me personally, I was bouncing between players like a jackrabbit.
I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, and thank you to Racer as well. Very, very inside of keeping us all updated on scores and whatnot. Very, very helpful. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Nicker Catalyst, and I will see you all another time.